All right, everyone. Welcome to today's charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at yung mga trending names list at kinukuha po natin yung listahan na yon sa Instagrams. So, if you use Instagrams as your charting provider, charting software, you usually find that list on the right-hand side of your screen. Also, tumatanggap po tayo ng mga chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga chart na gustong patignan, mga chart na gustong pa-analyze, kung meron po kayong mga tanong, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. Guys, same as before, this particular charting session is special in the sense na I'm pre-recording it over the weekend to make sure that I can release it on time para sa inyo. As I mentioned in previous videos, medyo sabog lang talaga yung schedule ko ngayon due to reasons beyond my control and I do apologize. Hopefully sooner rather than later ay makabalik na tayo talaga sa regular schedule natin for all the videos, no? So let's start. I'm starting off with Converge because marami na nag-request sa kanya, no? So gusto ko rin mapagbigyan yung mga nag-request dito sa Converge. Ano nga ba nangyari? Diba, price came down, tested this area from underneath, traded above it, filled this range as we initially anticipated. Tapos nakita natin na nag-hold tong area na to as support. So it acted as resistance here, acted as support there. Tapos it broke beneath it again and now price has come back to test this again as resistance. So ang tanong, mag-hold ba tong area na to or hindi? So as always, we'll anticipate multiple scenarios para handa tayo sa kahit anuman ang mangyari. Scenario number 1, syempre everyone's favorite, is if price can break out from here, okay, dito sa 33.2 na area, sa 33 na lang, lagay natin. If we can break out from there, then we come back to this range here, so that's 33 hanggang 36.7. And if mabasag natin tong 36.7, we open up this area above, hanggang sa mga 41.4 na area. Okay? So that's scenario number 1. Obviously, if we can start printing up there again, that's gonna look a lot more bullish. Kasi right now, ang nakikita natin is possible na nag-range na tayo sa malaking range na to. Sinegment lang natin siya into 2 to make it more manageable, no? The other scenario, of course, is mag-hold tong area na to as resistance. Then we collapse from there. Tapos titignan natin if 27.9 can hold the support. If 27.9 cannot hold the support, ang next support level natin is 26.3. And if mabasag pa yan, we might come back and fill this gap here or find support dito sa area of highs na to at 24.15. Okay? Right now, it's looking like range lang talaga siya in the slightly, sabihin natin, more medium term na picture. Nag-range lang siya. And until it decides otherwise, meaning mabasag tayo to the upside here or mabasag tayo to the downside here, I think there are very few trades that can be executed dito based on how I do things. Okay, so I'm not eager to put Converge on my watch list just yet. I want to watch it more. I want to see what it does. And then kung may nagbago, sama-sama po natin siyang tignan ulit. Next, tignan po natin ng East-West, no? So East-West, nagkaroon tayo ng strong move up. So hindi ako nagulat na marami nag-request nito nun. And I wanted to come back to it kasi essentially what price has done is, diba, nag-breakout tayo dito, bumalik, nag-hold, push higher. So dapat nag-form na tayo ng higher highs, diba? And higher lows. Kaso dito, bumaba tayo ulit. Bumaba lang tayo dito sa previous area of consolidation na to. Diba? Bumalik tayo doon. Tapos, sweep natin yung underneath. So, essentially, technically speaking, nag-form tayo ng lower low, no? So, syempre, structurally speaking, that's not what we want to see. But from here, if gusto nating makakita ng resumption ng bullishness, number 1, this gap needs to fill and be broken to the upside. And for me, personally, I want to see price start trading above this fractal high here. So, that's 9.75, no? If we can start trading above 9.75, then mag-open up ulit tong area na to, papuntang 10 pesos. For now, that's not looking great. Really, we didn't want price to come all the way back here. Okay? So, let's see kung ano gagawin niya. Kung sakaling mauntog na talaga tayo dito sa gap or sa 9.5 na area, then baka this might roll over, tapos balikan natin tong support natin dito. Okay, hindi. So, itong previous support, kinuha ko siya sa low na to, no? Sa low na to. Pero, what we can do is we can move this down na dito sa cluster of lows na to to signify yung extreme low natin. So, it's possible na yung support can come all the way back down sa 8.89 na area kung sakali man na hindi to mag-hold and we start rolling over to the downside. Okay? So, kung may hawak tayo ng east-west at hindi pa na-trigger yung mga stop loss nyo, just be sure na i-maintain yung discipline, bantayan nyo ng mabuti, sundan lang yung plano. Okay? Huwag po tayong maging greedy, huwag po tayong maging mapilit, huwag po natin gamitin ng hope as a strategy. Sundan lang po natin yung mga plano natin for this particular issue. Now, why did I zoom out? In the big picture kasi, essentially, we are still trapped within this giant range here. Okay? We are still trapped there. But yun nga, sinegment natin siya to make it more manageable. I just wanted to show you that giant range in case na, alam mo yun, di kayo nag-trade ng short term, you have more of a long-term view, then you know what to watch out for. Alright? Next, let's move on to COSCO, no? So, tong COSCO, nung tumaas na dito, ang una kong sinabi nun is baka nagpapakitang gilas lang to para mas maingganyo yung mga tao na mag-subscribe sa Keeper. And lo and behold, na soon thereafter, yun nga, bumaba tayo. We broke beneath this level of previous resistance here, turned support there. Ngayon, nabasag tayo underneath and we're testing that area. So, if from this area, mag-hold na to, then we start rolling over, break down these lows, then likely we come back and test yung support at 4.5. If mabasag pa tong 4.9, then we're looking at the next support level at 4.8. So 4.94, okay, sorry, not 4.5, then 4.8. Okay, if mabasag pa yung 4.8, medyo delikado na yun kasi it opens up this wide area here. Meron pa tayong unfilled gap from before. Okay, so konting ingat lang. Kung naghahanap naman tayo ng bullishness, what we want to see is for price to reclaim tong 5.31 na area, start trading above it because that opens up this range here from 5.31 to 5.48 kung saan nag-iwan tayo ng double top from before, no? Tas kung mabasag natin tong 5.48, that opens up this wider area here towards 5.7. Okay? So, yun yung mga ina-anticipate ko na potential scenarios, bullish and bearish dito sa COSCO. Next, I just wanted to take a quick look at home. So, dito sa home, we came back down, tinag natin tong area na to. Diba? Binalikan natin yung support level here. Sabi ko nga, baka nagpo-form tayo ng weird na head and shoulders, but we've started to trade above tong right shoulder high. While hindi pa tayo exactly blue skies kasi price is now trading within this area of consolidation here, I think important na mag-start na tayo mag-hold above nitong 9.8 na area. Okay, if we can start holding above tong 9.8, diba? Lalo na kung above 10 or at 10, then that opens up this area here up to 10.78. And if mabasag natin yung 10.78, then we have a chance na mabalikan tong 11.2 na resistance level, which galing dito. Okay, sa mga area of previous lows na to, na if mag-breakout man tayo from here, baka dyan tayo mauntog. Ito, nag-turn tayo right before it. So, essentially, itong level na to, clear pa siya. Open pa siya, hindi pa siya nababalikan, no? So, maaaring mag-act pa rin siya as an area where we can expect price to react from if it gets up there. Okay? If mabasag naman tayo, let's say hindi to mag-hold dito. If we break beneath 9.3 or 9 pesos area, then we likely come back to this area here and we might stay there na for the interim. The reason for that is kasi tinatry na natin tumulak eh. So whenever price tries to goes up, tapos lumalagapak ulit pababa, tulad na nakita natin sa east-west kanina, you always have to ask yourself, bakit? Diba? Ang ganda na ng chart eh. This should be moving higher. Why isn't it? Diba? Meron bang nangyayari behind the scenes na hindi ko alam? Meron bang lumabas na balita na baka na-miss ko? But essentially, almost always, kung kailangan tumataas na, kung gumaganda na yung chart, tas lumalagapak na lumalagapak, then that's not a good sign. Okay? So, konting ingat lang po tayo dito sa home kung sakali man na mabasag nga natin to the downside itong area na to between 9 pesos and 9.3. And then finally, let's take a quick look lang po at MEG. So, I've received a few questions, saan ba ako dapat bumili sa MEG and so on. Okay, so ako personally, nag-iingat pa ako kasi pwede pa rin tayo mag-form ng head and shoulders pattern dito. Look at where price currently is, no? Dito, we are testing itong area of lows where price consolidated from beneath. So, there's a good chance na pwede tayong mauntog dito and then we start rolling over from there. We don't know, no? So, for me, kapag sa mga ganitong instances, let's say hindi ka nakabili nung bumaba rito sa support na to, then it's best to wait for something clearer to shape up before you jump in. In this case, maybe wait na maklear natin tong cluster of highs na to para lang malinis, 'di ba? Hindi yung may ipit lang tayo sa chop. Or maybe wait for a new pattern to form dito sa MEG before jumping in. Hindi naman po porket gusto natin ng isang stock, ibig sabihin may trade siya today. Ibig sabihin may trade siya right now. 'Di ba? Minsan, kailangan talaga ng konting patience at maghintay na mag-set up siya ng tama based sa expectations natin before we jump in para makapag-set tayo ng maayos na stop, makapag-set tayo ng maayos na target, makapag-set tayo ng maayos na expectations. Okay? Now, if sabihin natin, ma-break nga itong cluster of highs na to as a bullish scenario, then ang next resistance natin will be at 3.56. And if mabasag natin yan, then we can aim for these cluster of highs here. That's 3.76 and so on, no? These, and so on. Okay? However, if from here we do start to roll over, let's say mauntog nga siya, tas mabasag to the downside, okay? Once we start trading beneath 3 pesos, medyo kakabahan na ako ng konti. Kasi baka ang mangyari nun, balikan na natin yung cluster of lows here. So that's from 2.7 hanggang 2.76 na area, no? Itong area na to. Kung mabasag tayo ng 3 pesos, then there's chance na mabalikan natin itong mga cluster of lows na to. If, let's say, na mangyari yun, tapos, if, let's say, na gusto nyo mag-trade ng support, should you jump in? Ako, personally, I wouldn't be too excited kasi even if this area holds, pwedeng price comes back, diba? Tapos mag-react lang tayo sa cluster of lows na to. This is a good inflection point. Tapos meron tayong low dito. So even if mag-turn tayo at 2.76, pwedeng mauntog lang tayo agad at around 2.80 something. Baka hindi worth it. Kasi yung risk natin would be much lower. Would go to 2.6 at bare minimum, or if you're conservative, below 2.45 na area. Okay? So yan po yung MEG, no? Alright guys, so dito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope na kahit papano nakatulong po ito sa inyo, na may natutunan kayo kahit papano, or at the very least, you were mildly entertained, no? And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!